Nostalgic photos not suitable for all viewers. Janis Joplin performing at the Monterey Pop Festival in 1967. 1970s Monday Night Football with legends Howard Cosell, Don Meredith, and Frank Gifford. Two fashionistas modeling the latest sky fashion at the Italian ski resort of Cortina d'Ampezzo in 1976. A happy Leonard Nimoy with a hobbit hole cake in honor of his song The Ballad of Bilbo Baggins, 1968. A couple with their hot rod Volkswagen in 1970. David Bowie with curly hair, 1969. Here's a 1971 Buick Riviera with bow tail ad. Nichelle Nichols, who played Lieutenant Uhura on the original Star Trek series. Who remembers this Evel Knievel stunt cycle and accessories from 1974, and who still has theirs? Natalie Wood, 1965. Oogie Doggy and Doggy Daddy debuted in 1959. Patricia and Cy B. Barnstable as Empty E and I from the short-lived sci-fi show Quark in 1977. Here's a lucky guy with his cool 1967 Ford Fairlane back in 1978. A brunette Madonna striking a pose back in 1977. Here's the Rolling Stones looking like proper young lads in 1963. Barefooted on a skateboard in the summer of '65, with a cool Mustang in the background near Garner State Park, Texas. The groovy group of young Hollywood in 1955 included Jane Mansfield, Natalie Wood, Lance Fuller, John Smith, Bob Fuller. The late Graham Parsons was a singer-songwriter, guitarist, and a former member of the Byrds and Flying Burrito Brothers. Who remembers the crazy comic book ads from the 1960s? French pop icon Franz Gall soaking up some sun on a boat in 1967. A photo of a groovy couple with plenty of ruffles going to their prom in 1974. Kirk and Michael Douglas having a shave together. Young bathing beauty from Texas, Jaclyn Smith in 1969. Coffee pot trucks were really a thing in 1956. James Dean reading a magazine and Elizabeth Taylor napping during a break on the set of Giant in 1955. John Wayne without his toupee and touching up makeup during the filming of The Longest Day, 1961. A young Jodie Foster showing off her basketball skills in her school uniform, 1976. Behind the scenes at Sesame Street, with Richard Hunt, Jim Henson, and Frank Oz. The late, great Jim Croce in 1973. Anne Margaret in a scene from the movie The Swinger, 1966. Jackie Gleason in a scene from Smokey and the Bandit, 1977. Carrie Fisher, Paul Simon, and Chevy Chase at the Caddyshack premiere, 1980. Johnny Carson and his little friend on The Tonight Show. Don Knotts of Francis Bavier with their Emmys for The Andy Griffith Show in 1967. Audrey Hepburn listening to records in her Manhattan apartment, 1954. Kurt Russell kicking Elvis in a scene from It Happened at the World's Fair, 1963. Rick James rocking out in 1978. Born to be Wild back in the early 80s. Little kids hanging out at the corner store in 1960. Willie Nelson was invited to the White House by Jimmy Carter, who thanked the country superstar for his campaign support in 1977. Of a gardener in a mint green dress, although she looked great no matter what she wore, 1959. June Carter as a solo country music artist back in 1956. Here's actress Maggie Smith, Professor Minerva McGonagall from Harry Potter in the early 1960s. Lily Tomlin as Ernestine, the telephone operator in Rowan F. Martin's Laugh, in that ran from 1968 to 1973. The Moody Blues, 1971. Rip Ray Thomas. Here's John F. Kennedy feeding a deer at Lassen Volcanic National Park in 1963. A CDC back in 1978. Anne Margaret shooting behind the scenes in Viva Las Vegas, 1964. When You're hot musician and actor Jerry Reed sporting some top-notch 70s sideburns and fashion. Deo in front of Akron's A Chili Dog Max in 1978. Here's a very fashion-friendly pair in New York, 1961. Talented singer-songwriter friends, Warren Zevon and Jackson Browne in 1976. Joni Labine was the first female DJ at the Whiskey A Go-Go in 1965. Iron Maiden with their mascot Eddie on a battleship in 1981. Tom Waits, Bonnie Raitt and John Prine at Opryland in 1974. Holy Cowabunga, it's Batman surfing in 1966. Tim Curry lounging on the streets of London, 1969. Terry Garr guest, starring on Star Trek in 1968. Thank you for joining us on this journey. We hope you enjoyed this video. If you liked what you saw, be sure to give it a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel for more engaging content. Remember, your feedback and suggestions are always valuable to us.